A poem often makes us realize the miasma of untruth we surround ourselves with. Poetry then is both a mirror and a route to redemption. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. Compatriots of Trust. It's either there or not. Trust, that's trust, she said. And I thought of the days when I saw no sun, but found the world alight. I thought of the days she'd lashed out at me, but had come to kiss me goodnight. There are no absolutes of life. There are only packages of frailty and fear. After surviving shark-infested oceans, we are laid low in streams. There are those we have bridged with through hell, journeymen walking through the wilds, compatriots carrying each other's scars, nestling each other's pain as secret flames. These are our talismans, ones we need to breathe our last with, beyond the chaos of uncertainty, the history when we were conjoined. And I wonder if I can see beyond the proof, when everything seems beyond being redeemed, determined to be kinder than my belief, reaffirming that what mattered then matters now. For faith finally is our kindness to ourselves, our breath of life, our final sweep of grace. For faith finally is our kindness to ourselves, our breath of life, our final sweep of grace. It's so easy to say that trust is absolute, that what is trustworthy has to be fully so or not at all. In the grey complexities of life, it's both the toughest give and often an unreasonable ask. Humans are fragile, they are also duplicitous. They lie, betray a trust of years, but are ironically ready to lay their lives on line when it comes to things they care for and for those whose very trust they may have betrayed. Ensconced in the biggest tragedy of human nature often lies its gold mine. Because if there's one truth which sustains our relationships and keep things afloat, is our changeability, our evolution. We learn, we relearn. As life goes on, we rediscover priorities. Within our wounds, we find the kernel of redemption. But the tragedy lies with the victims, the ones whose trust is betrayed. Because they lie injured, hurt, their belief in tatters, and their very core shaken. For them to go back to a more pristine time in such a relationship is asking for the impossible. How can such a person ever trust again? And that is where we have to steel ourselves. When I stand in front of someone who has betrayed me, these are the two thoughts I hold inside. Will my trust be again forsaken? Can I be the same again with this person? Time will tell, but I will force myself to give it a shot. I will set up a personal ecosystem of forgiveness and communication. And I have the company of author Maya Angelou, who, in her inimitably gentle and forthright way, said, "Have enough courage to trust love one more time, and always one more time." But author Shannon L. Edler said something very revealing years back which I haven't forgotten. People that have trust issues only need to look in the mirror. There they will meet the one person that will betray them the most. I have held that thought as close to my heart as I have Jesus' exhortation. Let him who is without sin amongst you be the first to throw a stone. Life's navigation through trust issues thus finds its granular path to resolution. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. If you enjoyed this poem, rate it on Spotify or leave a comment on Apple Podcast. And I have a lovely newsletter called The Uncuts, which is like a Sunday dollop of warmth and fun and beauty. Subscribe to it. The link is in the show notes. And if you loved this episode, please do share it with someone you love. See you next week.